to YOGANUARY with me, Emilie. Today we are working on our mermaid pose, our Eka Pada Rajakapotasana, quite a mouthful to say. So today it's quite strong on our lower body. We're working a lot on our hip flexibility as well as our core. Our core is really vital in this position as it holds us up and stops us from getting into any situation where there may be injury. It is quite an intense position. We're going to do a whirlwind tour reaching it. So please take it to where your body is comfortable going. If you are feeling a little bit of discomfort, that's normal. Maybe some of the stretches are a little bit deeper than you would usually go into. However, please don't be feeling any pain at any moment. If you feel pain, come immediately out of the posture, and I will give variations throughout it, but take it at your own rhythm, really listening to your body first. So that's our little disclaimer out of the way. Without any further ado, you can grab yourself your mat, some comfortable clothes, and we will get started. You can close your eyes. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. And then we're going to come to our balasana, our child's pose. So you can bring the knees out towards the edges of the mat, slowly walking the hands forwards as you let your head come down towards the mat. Breathing into the back of the body, into the hips. Inviting some softness into your breath, into your muscles. And this next inhale, lifting your gaze. Slowly curl the spine up. As you slide the hands back towards your body, we're meeting in our all fours. You can go for a round cat-cow, inhaling to lift your chest, exhaling to curl your spine. Go for one more round. Inhale, and exhale to curl. So next inhale, find a neutral spine. We're going to send the right foot out, tucking the right toes. And you can just lean forwards and backwards here. Stretching the back of the leg, the back of the foot. Warming up the wrists a little bit too, gripping into the fingertips. And then as you next exhale, find that center point. We're going to lift the right leg up. Exhaling to bend into the right knee. We're going to take 3 circles in each direction here with our knee. Circles can be as big or as small as you need. Working with your breath. And then switching directions once you've finished your 3 circles. Once you've finished your 6 circles, extend the leg all the way back out. Inhale as we exhale, knee comes into our chin. We're curling the spine. Inhale to send it all the way back out. Exhale, curl, knee comes to chin. Inhale to reach it out. Exhale, knee comes to chin. Exhaling, reaching it all the way back out. One more time. Exhale, knee comes to chin. We step right foot in between the 2 hands. We're coming all the way up. Anjaneyasana. Inhaling in Anjaneyasana. Exhale, so you go a little deeper in the legs. Reaching up with your hands. We're engaging our core here. Squeezing our glutes. Take another inhale. As you exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot or slightly closer to the body as you send the hips back. Half splits. Leg doesn't need to be completely straight. Inhale to reach your chest up. Exhale to fold forwards. And then inhale, rocking it back forwards, reaching the hands all the way up. Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, both hands come down to frame the front foot. We're sliding the right foot to come meet the left, coming back to our all fours. Go for a round of cat-cow. Inhaling to lift your chest. Exhaling to curl your spine. Inhale Inhale once again, lift your chest as we exhale, neutral spine, pressing into the hands as the left toes that come behind the mat, tucking the toes and just rocking backwards and forwards. Breathing into the back of the leg. And then coming back through center as you next inhale to lift the left leg. We're engaging the core here, pushing your hands into the mat to lift up and out from the shoulders. As you exhale, bend your left foot towards your left glute. We're taking 3 circles in each direction, warming up the hips, working with the breath. Going as quickly or slowly as you need. And then switching the direction, engaging our core, trying to keep our core and our stability as we move. As you finish your 6 circles, extend the left leg all the way back, pressing into your hands. Inhale as you exhale, curl your knee into your center. Inhale to reach it back. Exhale, knee comes to center. Inhale to reach it back. We're engaging the core as we curl, pulling your navel in towards your spine. Once more, extending the leg. Exhaling, knee comes to center. We step the left foot in between the 2 hands and Vinyasa, reaching all the way up. You can untuck the back toes, reaching to the fingertips, engaging your core, pulling your navel in towards your spine so you can go a little deeper in the legs. Working on your flexibility. Inhale as you exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot or slightly closer towards the body as we send the hips back, half split, folding over the front leg. Inhale to lift your gaze, exhale to fold. Inhale to lift your gaze, exhale, rocking it back forwards. We're lifting the hands all the way back up, and Vinyasa. And as we exhale, hands float back down to frame the front foot. Tucking your right toe, lifting your right leg this time, we're stepping it back, downward facing dog. You can take a little wiggle of the hips or walking out your feet. Anything that feels good. And then as you next inhale, find stillness in your downward dog. Big exhale, sigh out through the mouth. As you next inhale, lift your right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, we bend into the knee, opening up the hip, turning maybe to face towards the right side. Inhale once more. As you exhale, gaze comes forward. We're going to step right foot to the outside of the right hand, lizard lunge. Inhaling to reach your chest forwards by squeezing the shoulder blades. If you're comfortable here, you can maybe play with letting the head hang down, deepening that stretch across your left hip flexor. Holding for a round of breath, sinking into the hips. And then slowly drop your left knee down to the mat and tuck your left toes as we send it all the way back. Half splits once again. Inhale to lift your chest. You can always slide the hands closer towards your body. Exhale to fold over the front of the leg. Inhaling to reach your chest up. Flat back extension. We're holding here as we walk the hands to the outside of the right leg. This time taking a little twist, maybe folding towards here or turning your gaze up towards the right. We're deepening that stretch across the back of the right leg and the right hip. Inhaling. As you exhale, walk the hands back both to the inside of the right foot. We're rocking it back forwards, dropping our hips. We're in our lizard lunge once again. Dropping the hips, feel the hips get heavy. Inhaling here. As you next exhale, pressing firmly into your left hand, we're going to reach the right hand forwards. Inhaling, draw big semicircles. You reach your hand towards the back of the mat. Inhaling, maybe grabbing a hold of your left foot. Inhale as we exhale, sending the foot down to the mat. Right hand comes back to the inside of the right leg. We're sending it back, half splits. Working through this flow twice more. Inhale to rock it back forwards, reaching your right hand up and over. As you exhale, maybe bring left foot to right hand. We're looking over the right shoulder. And exhale to gently release. We're sending the hips back, half splits variation. Once more, rocking it forwards, reaching that right hand up and over, extending towards the back of the mat, and then maybe grabbing a hold of your left foot. Inhale as you exhale, just slowly release. Once more, sending it back, half splits. And then inhaling, rocking it back forwards, dropping into the hips. You can either stay here, letting your head and shoulders get heavy, or you can play with coming down onto one forearm, maybe both forearms, just seeing where your body is comfortable. You can also walk it out if it's very intense on your hips. We're here for 2 rounds of breath. See, nice. Inhale, lift your gaze. If you're down on your forearms, come back onto your hands. We're tucking the back toe, lifting the back knee, and then stepping it back, plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, retract around up to upward facing dog or cobra. We're squeezing the glutes and the shoulder blades. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And take a round of breath. As you next inhale, we lift the left leg, 3-legged dog. Exhaling, bend into your left knee, maybe turning to look under the left arm, feeling that stretch across the left hip flexor. Inhale. We exhale, gaze comes towards the top of the mat, big step forward. We're stepping the left foot to the outside of the left hand, dropping into the hips, lizard lunge. Inhaling here, exhaling, maybe letting the head and shoulders get heavy. So you take another inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, dropping your right knee down to the mat and tucking the right toes. We're sending it back, half splits. Take a round of breath. You can always walk the hands closer towards the body as you fold over the front of the mat. Inhale to lift your gaze. Exhale, we're rocking it back forward, lizard lunge, dropping into the hips. Lifting our gaze as we inhale. And then pressing into the right hand this time, reach your left hand out towards the front of the mat. And then as you next inhale, draw big semicircles. You reach the left hand towards the back of the mat. Maybe bring the right foot to meet the left. Inhale. We exhale to slowly release the foot and hand come down to the mat as we send the hips back, half splits. Inhale, we rock it back forwards. Reaching that left hand all the way out and out towards the back of the mat, and then grabbing a hold of our foot. Inhale. We exhale to gently release. Once again, bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot. We're sending it back, half splits. So next inhale, rock it back forwards. Reach that left hand all the way out and up. Grabbing a hold of the right foot, maybe pulling it slightly closer towards your body. We're gazing over the left shoulder. And then exhaling, gently releasing. Bring both of your hands to the inside of the mat, inside of the foot as you send the hips back. As you next inhale, lift your gaze, rocking back forwards, dropping into the hips. We're coming for our lizard lunge, so you can maybe play with coming down to one elbow, or the other, or maybe both. You're maybe also staying here on your hands, just letting the head and shoulders get heavy. Taking a round of breath wherever you are. Feeling into that stretch across the right hip flexor, the inside of the left thigh. And as we next inhale, lifting our gaze, pressing into the hands and the forearms. If we're down on our forearms, coming back up towards our high lizard. Tucking the right toes, lifting the right knee. We step it back, plank pose. Inhale in your plank, exhale, knees, chest, chin, and chant around into upward facing dog or cobra. We send it back, downward facing dog. Taking a round of breath, maybe sighing out through the mouth. And then as you next inhale, we reach the right leg all the way up. Exhaling, generous bend in the right knee, opening your hip towards the right. Take an inhale. We exhale, gaze comes forwards. We're going to step the right foot in between the two hands, coming all the way up for a high lunge. Inhaling in your high lunge. As you exhale, bring the hands together, bringing the elbows closer towards your head as you slowly drop the hands towards the back of the body. Lifting our gaze, maybe arching the spine slightly. We're feeling a stretch across our triceps. Inhaling. As you exhale, reach the hands all the way up. And exhale, warrior two. We're facing the left side of the mat. Inhale in your warrior two. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, engaging your core and your glutes. As you send it back, reverse Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale, bending generously back into the right leg, warrior two. We're reaching the left hand forward, then bringing both of the hands as we bring the right toes to face the side of the mat towards our side lunge, reaching towards the back of the mat, dropping into your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, pressing into your feet, we send it all the way back, turning your front toes to face the front of the mat, reverse warrior. Inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, reaching both of the hands up as you straighten both legs. Turn your right toes to face the side of the mat. We exhale, hands come behind the back, interlacing the fingers. We squeeze the shoulder blades to lift our chest. Exhaling, generous bend in the knees. We're folding forward, hands are staying where they are. Feeling our stretch across our chest, but also maybe our hamstrings. Take another inhale. Next exhale, release the hands, come down to the mat. Inhale for a half lift. Exhaling, we're bringing both of the hands to frame the right foot, folding over this right leg. Inhaling to reach your gaze up. Exhaling, we're coming back to our low lunge, turning toes, lifting that back heel, dropping into the hips. Inhale. We exhale, pyramid pose, reaching the legs all the way back. As you next inhale, low lunge once again. This time dropping the back knee, planting your palms. We're going to slide the right foot all the way towards the back of the mat. We're in our all fours, lifting that right leg up. Inhale as you exhale, bending into your right knee. Maybe releasing the left hand towards the right foot, coming to our tiger's pose. We're pressing into the foot into the hands as we lift the chest. You can also just keep reaching that left hand towards your back foot. Inhale here. As you exhale, release slowly. Left hand comes down to the mat. Bring your right knee in towards your center. And then we're going to bring the right shin down to the mat, coming to our pigeon pose. Inhale, reaching the chest up. Maybe coming up onto the fingertips as we squeeze the shoulder blades to lift the chest. And then exhaling, melting down towards the mat. Taking a round of breath here. So next inhale, lift your gaze. Slowly start pressing into your hands and your forearms. So coming all the way back to our high pigeon as we tuck the left toes, engaging our core, pulling the navel in towards our spine, pressing into the hands, step it back, plank pose. Optional vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, or you can also meet us in downward dog as we move through our flow to all come to meet downward facing dog. Sending the hips all the way back. On your next inhale, we lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhaling, generous bend in the left knee as you lift up towards the ceiling, maybe turning your gaze underneath the left arm. We go for another inhale, and as we exhale, gaze comes forward, big step forward, left foot in between the two hands. We're coming all the way up, high lunge. Taking an inhale in your high lunge. As you exhale, palms come to meet. Bring the elbows closer towards your heads as we bend to the elbows, bring the hands towards the back of our neck. Squeezing the elbows close towards your chest, maybe lifting your gaze. And then exhaling, slowly releasing the hands all the way up. We open up, warrior two, you're facing the right side of the mat. As we next inhale, straightening the left leg, reaching the left hand back, reverse Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhaling, warrior two, to continue the movement with the right hand. We're turning the left toes to face the side of the mat as we come all the way to our low side lunge, reaching the hands towards the back of the mat. Inhale, we exhale, moving all the way back, this time to a reverse warrior, front leg stays bent. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two, reaching both the hands up to then straighten to our 5-pointed star. We're turning the toes to face the side of the mat. Inhale, as you exhale, hands come down, releasing behind the back, taking an interlace of your fingers. We squeeze the shoulder blades and then pull the hands away as we lift our chest up. On your next exhale, generous bend in the knees, we're folding forwards, keeping the hands behind the back. Take a round of breath. On your next exhale, release the hands, come down to the mat. Inhaling for your half lift. Exhaling, keeping the feet exactly as they are. We're simply walking the hands to frame the front foot, folding over the left leg. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, we're coming to our low lunge, turning the left toes to face the front of the mat, lifting the right heel. Inhale here. As you exhale, long pyramid pose, sending the hips all the way back, folding over the front leg. Inhale, reaching the chest all the way forwards. As you exhale, dropping the right knee, we're sending it back, half splits. Inhaling to reach the gaze forwards, this time planting the hands as we slide the left foot all the way back, maybe readjusting so that the hands are underneath your shoulders. We're reaching into that left foot, engaging our core as you exhale, bending into the left knee. Maybe reaching right hand to reach for the left foot. We can come to our tiger's pose as we press the left foot into the right hand, lifting our gaze, lifting our chest. Inhale. As you exhale, gently release. Bring both hands down to the mat, curling your left knee to center, and then dropping your left shin down to the top of the mat. We're moving back to our pigeon pose, untucking the back toes, lifting our gaze, maybe coming up onto the fingertips as you engage your core, squeezing your shoulder blades to lift your chest. And exhaling, melting down, pigeon pose. As you next inhale, slowly lift your gaze. We're walking the hands back towards the body. Pigeon pose, reaching into the chest. We tuck the right toes, engaging our core as we pull the navel in towards our spine, lifting the back knee, and then pressing into the hands, step it back, plank pose. Either working through vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, or working through, or meeting us, in our downward facing dog. Wherever you are, we all come to our downward facing dog. Take a big inhale and a big exhale, sigh out. The next inhale, lift your gaze, reaching the right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog. As we exhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow, and then drop your right foot towards your left hand. We're coming all the way back to our pigeon pose. You can bring your left hand a little bit further out, maybe bring the weight into this left hand. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but if you do have a block or a blanket or a cushion, you can come and place that underneath your right hip here, or your right glute. As we next inhale, we're going to reach the right hand all the way up. Exhaling that semicircle as we reach the hand towards the back of the mat. Maybe once again, bringing our foot towards our hand, taking a stretch here. And then exhaling to slowly release. Right hand comes down to the mat. We go to the other side. Weight is in the right hand as we inhale to reach the left hand up and opening this time towards the side. This time maybe bring left hand left foot to left hand. You can stay here or we can start building on our mermaid. So maybe moving onto the fingertips of your right hand. When we're here, we're engaging our core, squeezing our glutes. We're feeling that pull of energy that's drawing up from the crown of our head. Maybe this is enough. Maybe if you're feeling comfortable and flexible enough in your left hip flexor and left quad, you can see about bringing your left foot towards the crease of your elbow. Once again, maybe this is as far as you go today. If you want to practice the balance, maybe reaching that right hand all the way up. And if you want to and you're comfortable and you want to come to the full expression of your mermaid, you can start bending into your right elbow. Maybe bring the hands to meet, maybe clasping into the hands. We're pressing the head into the elbows. We're squeezing, engaging the core and the glutes. Lifting, finding your drishti, that focal point. Take another inhale. As you exhale, you can slowly release, bringing both of your hands back to the front of the mat. Bringing the left foot down to the mat. Inhaling, lift your chest. Exhaling, melt back down into your pigeon pose once again. See, next inhale, lift your gaze. Slowly start walking the hands all the way up towards underneath the shoulders. We're tucking the left toes. Once again, lifting the left knee as we pull the navel in towards our spine and then pressing all the way back. Downward facing dog. Take a little wiggle, maybe walking out the legs. Then pressing in your downward dog, take a big inhale. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Releasing all expectations as we move to the other side. Inhale, we're going to reach the left leg all the way up. Exhaling, bending into the knee, maybe opening up the hip towards the side. Taking another inhale. As you exhale, gaze comes forward. Left knee to left elbow, left foot to right hand, and then dropping the shin down to the mat. Untucking the toes, we're coming back to our pigeon pose. Inhale to lift your gaze. Exhaling, weight comes into the right hand, maybe moving it slightly towards the edge of the mat. As we reach the left hand all the way up, exhaling, twisting, maybe bring right foot towards your left hand, opening your chest towards the side. Take an inhale. And exhale to release. Bring your left hand back underneath the shoulder. Weight comes into the left hand, engaging your core, squeezing your glutes. We're reaching the right hand all the way up. Moving to our mermaid pose. Exhaling, reaching that right hand towards the right foot. As we do this movement, we're feeling that pull from the right fingertips towards the back of the mat. Maybe lifting a little bit more as we squeeze and engage the glutes. If you're comfortable here, you can come and bring the right foot towards the right hand. Maybe taking the foot closer as you bend into the elbow. You can come up onto the fingertips of the left hand and then see what feels good. Maybe this is as far as you're going to go on this side. Coming up onto the fingertips. If you're comfortable here with the leg, you can maybe bring the foot into the crease of your elbow. Maybe this is enough, or if you want to keep working on your mermaid pose, you can reach the left hand all the way up, feeling this pull of energy up the way, engaging your core, engaging your glutes, maybe reaching left hand to meet the right. We're lifting our chest, breathing through the posture. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly and gently release. Maybe bring the foot down to the hand first as you bring both hands down to the mat. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale to melt it down towards the mat, pigeon pose. As you next inhale, lift your gaze, pressing into your forearms. Coming all the way back to your high pigeon, tucking the right toes. Engaging the core as you lift the right knee. We're stepping it all the way back. Downward facing dog. Maybe walking out the feet, wiggling out the hips. Taking a big inhale. And exhale, sigh out through the mouth. The next inhale, lift your gaze. We're walking our feet towards our hands, meeting in our Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana. And then as you next exhale, heel toe your feet out towards the mat, folding forwards, and then dropping all the way down into our Malasana, our yogi squat. Maybe here, bring the hands down to the mat and swing from side to side to feel that release in your hips, your glutes. And then coming back through center, reaching the crown of the head up. Bring both of your hands to heart center. Elbows to the inside of the knees, pressing into your hands to lift your chest. And as you exhale, release the hands, come down behind you. We're coming to sit on our glutes. Bring the feet into our Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Wrap your fingertips around your toes. Inhale to lift your gaze in your chest. Exhale to fold. Take another round of breath. And as you next inhale, slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae. You can bring your hands behind your back, bring your feet down to the edges of your mat, and we'll take some gentle windscreen wipers from side to side. Breathing into the hips. And then slowly coming back through center, across your legs. Find a long spine as we inhale to reach the hands all the way out and up. Palms meet, come down through heart center. Take a big inhale here through the nose. And as you exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Take a moment to come back to your breath. Take a moment to thank yourself and your body, wherever it took you today, even if it wasn't the full expression of your mermaid pose. This is a very hip-focused, hip-opening flow. And then slowly, as you next exhale, bow your head down towards your hands. Take one last moment to thank yourselves as I thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me today for this quite intense practice. It's a very big hip opener. It requires a lot of strength, so be proud of wherever you got to today. This is a video that you can always come back to if you want to play and practice on your mermaid pose. It was also a whirlwind tour. It's only half an hour long to get to our mermaid pose, so please be patient and kind to yourself if you didn't get to the full expression of the pose. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how far you got, how you found the practice, and if you did enjoy it, please give it a like or leave a comment below. I'd love it if you could also subscribe to my channel. It really helps me and supports my channel. And we will see each other tomorrow. See you then. Bye.